Good evening. Welcome to the workshop session of the Mayor and City Council of the City of College Park. We have a full quorum tonight with council members Mackenzie, Karn, Arnold, and Gay, and a full topic list to discuss during our workshop session. But I would ask the body if there would be any objection to handling item number 4, a presentation for a health fair from council members Foster Rowell and Bell from the City of South Fulton, if we could handle that first. Any objection there? Hearing none, let's go ahead and move that to the first item. And if our colleagues would please approach, appreciate it. Good evening. Good to see you both.
Good evening to Mayor and Council. It is indeed an honor to be with you today. And we'll wait for the presentation.
All right, so good evening. I am Councilwoman Keo Chabelle, District 5, City of South Fulton.
And I'm Councilwoman Dr. Catherine Foster Rowell, representing District 1 in the City of South Fulton.
And so again, thank you so much for this opportunity to bring forth information regarding the cultivating health and community in unity event, which is scheduled for August the 16th, 2025 at the Georgia International Convention Center. As you notice above, this is just a preview of the sample flyer providing free health screenings, fitness, and family fun. Next slide, please.
The purpose of the health fair is to address critical health issues. As you know, in South Fulton County in general, we have huge health disparities. And one of the things we had the opportunity to work with Johnson & Johnson to bring this as a result of us attending the annual Legislative Black Caucus in Washington, D.C. And as a result of that, we thought what better way to address the issues that we share in common with a health fair where we invited all cities to participate. And so that is the spirit that we're coming and seeking sponsorship for this event.
Absolutely. And as you notice, we at this date, we have secured over 90 partners. We are still in the planning phase, even though we are just a few days short from this event. But we did want to highlight some of the partners that are already confirmed their participation, such as Johnson & Johnson as mentioned, and several other health partners, including handouts, giveaways, and promotional opportunities with the Atlanta Hawks. Morehouse College of School of Medicine will also provide a lot of the biometric A1C screenings. And so this list of health partners will not only provide those basic annual preventative screenings that are needed in our community, but they will also touch some of those specialties, such as weight management, weight control, mental health, including vitamins and any additional resources. We have our EMS, our fire departments as well that are on board. So this is just a list of about 90 plus partners that have already confirmed participation in this event to help us promote health and wellness in all cities within our region. Next slide, please.
So the AX, this event is approximately, the cost is approximately $60,000. Me and Councilwoman Bell have put up the majority of the resources, but we still have some outstanding expenses. We've outlined them above. Our specific ask for the City of College Park is for you to cover the parking, because we want as many citizens and constituents from all of our cities to attend. And so we don't want parking to be a barrier to them participating in all these free health screenings that we've lined up. And so that is our request. We estimated it at $10,000. I know your fees may have went a little bit up since the last time we were here, but again, our goal is to make sure we don't turn any citizen away who might need these screenings because they couldn't pay for parking.
And it is our understanding that the cost for this particular event is $10 per car. We do have 2,000 spaces. So we just want, again, as Dr. Rao echoed, the importance of getting our residents out, these free screenings, free opportunities, community resources, and so forth. And we don't want it to be a deterrent from them coming so that we can have a lot of people coming out from our cities.
And that really concludes our request. We look forward to working with your communications team to help you get the word out in your cities. We've gotten commitments from Union City, and we have 2 other cities who will be discussing that this week. So we're very excited about the partnership. This is the first year, but we hope it won't be the last. And
Well,
thank you. We'll
fantastic.
take questions if you have any at this time.
Thank you so much. First of all, appreciate you being here. Appreciate the effort that it has taken to get that many partners on board. My goodness, you could barely fit them on one slide. But we'll start with Mayor Pro Tem. Any questions?
First of all, ladies, good morning. How are you all doing?
We're great.
Awesome, awesome. I want to thank you for taking this initiative. You know, we do find that south of I-20, not only do we deal with food deserts, we deal with health insecurity, and I think a lot of that results from us being a food desert. So I just want to give take my hat off to you and say thank you for bringing this. I know it's been a lot of work. And I'm looking forward to the fruition that this will bring and the resources that will be provided for our citizens throughout this area.
Thank you.
Councilmember Hart?
All right, thank you all for coming out, ladies. We're all neighbors, and you know, South Fulton, College Park, East Point, you name it, it's just a line that was drawn. We're all dealing with the same challenges, block for block. Obviously, the health issues are a major concern to everybody, so we want to do all we can in terms of education and awareness, and I support it 100%. One ask I do have, if we could get kind of the template of your flyer so that we can customize it.
Yeah.
A lot of times if they see our faces, they come,
Understood.
you know,
Absolutely,
and folks
yes.
they know.
Not a problem.
And also our city logo, but I'm 100% on board. I think it's gonna be great.
Councilmember Arnold?
Thank you. I'm excited. I was excited from the first moment that we talked about it at the South Fulton Municipal Association, and I'm still excited about it. Because of the fact that we have the Grady facility going up in Union City, having this event before that goes up, like you said, it's going to help us to leverage those health partners and get them to come to our community. So thank you.
Thank you.
Councilmember Gay?
Well, we spoke briefly outside that I do support it. I just would like to recommend that you get with Giannis, hold your hand up. That's our director. And just make sure that he's aware, because I don't know if you need the whole parking lot. But so he needs to coordinate that with those gate agents.
Okay,
That'd be my only ask. And I'll be there.
good, thank you.
Phenomenal. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
It is meeting a huge need. And is there any objection to having the parking waived for this event from the body? Not hearing any. So, Madam City Manager, if you could facilitate that and move forward with it. Thank you so much. Appreciate you coming.
Thank you.
Now back to our regularly scheduled business.
Next agenda item is a presentation, lift station assessment presented by Turnip Seed Engineering.
Ms. Mayor, Council, and Ms. Miller, appreciate the opportunity to come and talk to you a little bit. I'd like to talk to you about the lift station in light of the entire MOST program. I'd like to say first that you have something that every city in Georgia would like to have, and that is.
Could you just introduce yourself for the record, though,
I'm
Mr.
sorry.
Green?
My name is Kenny Green. I'm
Thank you.
president of Turnip Seed Engineers, and appreciate the chance to be here. I'd like to, I've got a real short presentation about the MOST program and the lift station repairs in particular. You have something that that pretty much every city in Georgia would like to have, which is a unique funding source. And you know that the MOST program's been in effect a few years. That money is being accumulated and is put in the bank and has some very specific places that it can be spent on, and there's 4 of them. If you flip the slide. We'll come back to this at the end, but I would like to show is that coordinating all 4 of these areas is going to take a little effort to make sure the money is spent where you want it to be spent. And the good thing is you have flexibility within the most program of spending on these. But these are the 4 areas that you can spend on. And the first would be the Southeast Lift Station. The second are sewer repairs. The third and fourth are connected, and those are water system leaks and then the leak repairs. So if you'll go to the next one. Those are the 4 areas. The next slide. If you would hit 4 times and just show all of the pictures. Okay, one more time. So these are pictures of the Southeast Lift Station. Term Seat Engineers went to that in January 23, I believe, and I think it was March of 24, and looked at the condition. And the condition is kind of what you would expect. This station was built in 1979, and it has a little wear on it, just like those of us who were born before 79 have. You see in that, if you go from left to right, the first is just the plaque showing the date. The second shows some outdated equipment. That particular piece of equipment hadn't been used in about 20 years. So there's some things that are outdated. The third kind of shows the general state of disrepair of the station. I will say that the station, the bones of it are in pretty good shape. The concrete and the block are in pretty good condition, but there's a lot of repairs that need to be made. You see in that third picture, the motor control center on the right. That's all the electrical equipment. All of that equipment is outdated. The next picture, the fourth one there on the bottom, shows a missing pump. Now the city has had to replace pumps over the years and has patched things up. There are 2 different sizes of pumps there, small ones and big ones. When we were there one time, the pump wasn't there because it was being repaired. The next picture shows some the general condition in there, and that final one is where the water from the sewer comes in, and there are screens there to filter out, to screen out the bad stuff in there. And the city at one time had considered putting mechanical screens there that can remove a lot more solids, but they cost a lot more money. So that is your immediate need. Now, what we have proposed is kind of a 2-step program for this. First of all, if your pumps fail, bad things happen because there's no alternative to where that dirty water goes if it overflows. And so that's of utmost importance. So what we propose is to have the city pre-purchase those directly as soon as possible. Now, you can go in there and just replace them with exactly what you've got in there. We don't recommend that because the station was built in 1979 and things have changed. And right now, we don't know if the pumps that are in there match the conditions that they were designed for in 1979. The force main, we believe, might have changed, which changes the head conditions. Also, you have 2 large pumps and 2 small pumps. So the city might want to consider if we put in all the same size pumps, so you have more reliability because you can swap those. If you do that, you might want to consider using variable frequency drives, which allows you to turn that speed of the pumps up and down. And the reason we mention that is because if you just go and buy a pump, you might not be able to do that, because if you just buy a pump, it might not have Class H insulation and be set up in order to use variable frequency drives. So we think it's prudent to do a little bit of design work up front and make sure that what you want to put in there is what you have, or if we need to update those conditions, like using all 4 pumps, all 4 of the same size. And if we do that, that changes the electrical switch gear, what we need to do there, but that needs to be upgraded anyway. So what we recommend is to do a quick design on the pumps, make sure the city's comfortable with our recommendation, have the city purchase those directly. Pumps take a long time to be delivered. We can also talk to the vendors about what the availability is. We've had pumps since COVID, basically, where delivery times could be 26 weeks. But then we find some that might be on the shelf. So we have to be careful selecting a pump that we can get quickly. Once the city orders those, we can start design on the rest of the station improvements. Now, we've always said that any project in Public Works pretty much takes a year for funding, a year for design and a year for construction. Well, the funding you already have, and you also have a STAG grant, $3 million STAG grant from EPA that can be used for that station as well. So funding's not a problem. The design is not a problem. Construction, we used to say a year. Nothing gets done in a year anymore, so it's going to take a little longer than that. So just have realistic expectations. But that's what needs to be done for the pump station project. And and in the most legislation, it said on there that it was a rebuild of the lift station. So it's been known from the beginning that things don't last forever. Sometimes you can patch it up, and then you need a complete rebuild, and that's pretty much where you are on the pump station. So next slide. The next part of it is sewer repairs, and your staff knows where there are problems in your sewer system, but there are a lot of problems that cannot be seen directly, and you don't know. So the way you find out is you have a multi-pronged approach to investigate your sewers. One of those is videos. You can put a camera in every sewer. You can use the most funds. You could video every single foot of sewer, and then you can find where the cracks are and failures. And that first picture on the left is inside of a sewer. You can see those are the clay pipe joints that are broken all through there. And so obviously water is getting in there. Why is it important that we get the water out of there? Is because you're paying for that water. So that water goes to the city of Atlanta, and you have to pay them for the water that's flushed down the toilet, comes from bathtub, or water that gets in there from rainwater leaking into the sewers. So the more you can get rid of that, the less cost for the city of College Park, which is one of the main reasons that the legislation was there in the first place, is to reduce College Park expenses. The middle one shows smoke testing. That's another tool that we use where little fireworks looking things are put in the sewer, and that smoke comes out wherever there's a leak. We'll see it coming out of the ground. We'll see some businesses where it's coming out of a stack on top of the building where they have a storm drain accidentally, or nobody thought about it 30 years ago, connected to the sewer. And we want to get rid of that because you're having to pay for stormwater. The third one shows flow testing, where we take monitors and put them in the sewers. And when flows are really high, we see that in one area of the city, the flows are going up really fast, and the other areas are not. And that tells us to focus more attention on that area. So that's a multi-phase approach. If you'll click once. Once you have identified where the defects in the sewers are, there are some ways now that are a whole lot better than it used to be, where we'd have to dig up city streets and close the street, and it's very disruptive. And we can do a lot of sewer repairs now in situ. And what this shows is a technique called pipe bursting. It's where you take a high-density polyethylene pipe and you dig a pit where it's a little more convenient, and you have a bursting tool that goes down the old sewer, connects to that pipe, and it pulls it through the old sewer, breaking it as you go. So it's doing the repairs underground. Now, it's not perfect because you have to dig a hole at every service where people are connected, but it's a lot more disruptive than it used to be. So that's the sewer repairs. Can you click one more? Okay. The water repairs, the water leak testing and the water repairs are kind of one and the same. That's conditions 3 and 4. There is some new technology that makes leak detection way easier, and it's also a great benefit to College Park because that picture on the left is a water meter that has leak detection. It looks just like any other meter, but there is one brand on the market that has an acoustic listening device in it. And that middle, what it shows is that you can listen to all the meters in College Park, or you can listen to 100 at a time. And when it detects water leaks, it kind of triangulates and says, well, it's about 50 feet from the intersection on Pine Street. Okay, so this is new technology to find leaks that you can't see. And the other benefit that this gives you is the old way of doing leak detection, you had to buy all this equipment. It wasn't very useful. And now the equipment that you're using to detect leaks are water meters. So you know that water meters need to be replaced from time to time, especially the old meters. They start registering less water, so you're generating less revenue over time. So since we're using water meters to do leak detection, that means you can replace all of the city's water meters with the most money. And that is a big benefit, because otherwise, at some point in the near future, you've got to replace all your water meters using other funds, your operating funds. So it just so happens that that works out really, really well for College Park. Another good advantage to this is that's something you can get out very quickly. We can help you put those out for bids and get a contract going and get that working. It's every neighborhood, every meter in College Park, and you can get that going very, very quickly. If you'll click one more. Let's just, once we, okay, so once all the meters are in there and we start listening to them, and the subscription service to monitor them is really inexpensive. It's about $14,000 a year. And we do that for a couple of years. We identify the leaks. Your crews can go fix them. We can have contractors come in and go fix them. We might want to have a on-call services contract with a contractor that say, hey, we got 3 this month and 4 next month, that sort of thing. So it's a whole program it's going to take a while for this whole program. If you'll click one more. So that brings us back to this chart. And what this shows is the blue bars there are the work that the engineer needs to do. The gold are the bids that would be conducted by the city. And the, I guess that's green. The green bars there are what the contractor has to do, the ones at the end. And so you see everything's kind of a 2-phase project in order to get them done. And this is a big program. Is we've got the lift station, get the pumps, and then we got lift station design. We've got the sewer, put out a bid to get the smoke testing and video testing done, evaluate that, and turn that into construction. And the same with the water. So it's a multi-phase program. Turnip Seed Engineers is I have personal over 30 years experience. This is all we do is infrastructure, water and sewer for cities. And we're used to managing projects that have multiple funding sources. We're managing $100 million worth of bond projects in the city of Valdosta right now, $66 million in Social Circle. And all those have a lot of different pieces that have to be managed. And so what we do is we charge the same fees most engineers charge on the construction projects, but we don't charge extra to coordinate all of this because it's in our best interest to make sure it is successful as well. And there are a couple of other pieces we can provide that'll make this program great. GIS mapping. We have some maps of the city, but you would have it digital. EPD is requiring asset management. That's built in. Being able to put your work orders in there. All that's built in at a very reasonable price. And so we can provide those services as well. So we appreciate your consideration. Look forward to working with you. Do y'all have any questions?
Thank you, Mr. Green. We'll start with Mayor Pro Tem.
I do want to thank you for this thorough breakdown, because it's your explanation. I am extremely concerned with our infrastructure, specifically sewer and leaks. And I do know that the lift station needs a lot of upgrades. And so this is a really important for us to tackle this as a city. And it is a good usage of our most funds. So I appreciate you coming out. I definitely would be interested in finding out what the costs are associated with this with your firm, and we got to get started somewhere. So thank you again.
Right. We provided a cost proposal to the city. I think, do they have that in there?
It's in, okay.
So it's in there. Now,
It's in the regular, okay,
Yes.
okay,
Okay.
okay, all right.
the
okay.
contractor's costs, we don't know yet. So as we develop those, and that's where we come in, is we can help you manage that as you go, so we don't spend too much on the early things, that you
Okay.
don't have money for the later things. But I think the most revenues are pretty good. I think you're in pretty good shape for affording this.
All right, thank you again.
Councilmember Carn?
We are, thank goodness, and thanks for coming out. Long overdue, long overdue. You know, we fought for many years to get under the Gold Dome, and we finally were able to, after a little change of leadership there, and we're glad we got it. So it comes like that, and this legislation is it's been a big worry, so it's definitely time for overhaul. So let's get to it. Let's get it done. Yes, sir.
Councilmember Arnold?
Thank you for the presentation. It was very informative. I had a couple of questions. You mentioned about pre-purchasing the pumps, and so I'm thinking, like, is that the recommendation, or are we going to wait until the contractor gives us a recommendation? Do we think that we need to get in front of the pump possibly breaking down? What are your thoughts?
So the first thing we would do is evaluate whether we would recommend you staying with the same arrangement you have, or maybe you'd want all 4 pumps the same size. We would also contact vendors to see who's got pumps available. Okay. When we do that, I'm not an attorney, but I would talk to your attorney about whether this constitutes an emergency. And it may very well constitute an emergency. If it does, then the city has broad authority to just go purchase them and not have to wait on 30-day bids. Once that is done, then we can start designing the rest of the facility. But that's the most urgent part.
All right, thank you.
Councilmember Gay?
The only question I would have, we've already done an RFP and selected purchase to start construction. Do we need to reset and reevaluate the RFP, or do we need to get y'all involved with moving the project manager to the RFP?
Okay, so I think, and I was aware a little bit of that, we can advise you, we can look at whatever was signed with them, but if the city has already moved forward on that, we can certainly work with them.
So what's the question? You answer the project manager, or you think we need to redo the RFP?
Well, in order for the contractor to build it, he's got to have a set of plans. For instance, you've got to decide. Well, I have already decided on exactly what pumps are going in there, but like the switchgear, the electrical components, these are big high voltage things. They have to be designed and approved by EPD. So we've got to do that. Then the contractor, if you've got a contractor you've already procured, then we can give those plans to him, and he can develop his final price on. I think he's given you some cost estimates already, but he can give you a firm price, and we can work with him in getting that, and then he can be the contractor that can install that if the city has done that already. But you have to. This is one of those things where these things have to be approved by EPD, so we've got to take these design plans and send them to EPD and get them approved before the contractor can build it. Okay.
So, just to piggyback off Councilmember Gay's question, it sounds like we might have put the cart before the horse a little bit with that. I mean, if we haven't done all of those things to line up so someone can make a proper bid, if they don't know all those things. Like if EPD hasn't approved it, if we don't exactly know what pumps we want, we may have been a little premature in putting that RFP out. Is that fair?
I think he provided you an estimate.
Okay.
That's a legitimate way to do it in multiple steps.
Mr. Green, I am beyond excited about this because one of the concerns that I've had about the most funds is that we have been playing defense. We have seen problems that have arisen, but we haven't come up with a comprehensive plan as to how we address the needs before they're literally bursting out of our streets. So to actually have an idea of how we should use this money and show our residents, this is us being proactive about these water and sewer issues that we have. I think it's absolutely phenomenal. I'm just so excited. I can't even tell you. Thank you so much for your thorough explanation of all of these steps, because I think we need to move in that direction and actually show people, hey, this is what this money is paying for. These are investments that we are going to be making that will last the next 100 years. So I think it's imperative that we get them right and that we take the steps to get there. So appreciate it. Councilmember Carn and then Councilmember Gay.
City manager, one thing I would recommend, we had gone down the road a bit with the bid and whatnot, so on and so forth. Maybe you all sit down and just have a conference with your team, Public Works, and see where they are in terms of how you come in and how much we don't have to do over again, per se. I don't know how far they've gotten, but you may be able to save some time there. I would say this definitely will constitute an emergency repair. If that pump goes, you're going to have a really bad situation citywide. And this is repairs and overhaul for something that's 40 years in the making and long overdue. So it could go any day of the week. So we want to definitely fast track this. And if there are pumps available, we want to get our hands on them. Because at the end of the day, a year from now, they're going to be more expensive. 2 years from now, who knows how expensive they are. So we need to get our hands on whatever's available that would fit alongside the capacity that we're looking for. That way we have it, and we have a backup and a second backup as well for future issues. So, yeah, I think we need to get on top of this and not wait.
Councilmember Gay.
Yeah, only thing I want to add was that I think we need to go back to the drawing board and make sure that what's been vetted out and proposed to do falls in line with how it needs to be designed. I'm with Councilman Carn, yeah, we can have a backup pump, but we don't need to just piecemeal this. We need to look at doing it, maybe. And what I really want to say is the city manager who came and inherited this project, so she's took a step back to bring an engineer firm to look at the overall most and those services. So I just wanted to, acknowledge that as well.
Quick question in regard to I agree with you, Councilmember Gay, that the time is of the essence, and I agree with Councilmember Carn on that as well. But we have had situations, and I'm looking out, I'm not sure if there's anyone from Public Works here, I'm not seeing them on my quick scan of the audience, but in emergency situations, we have rented pumps before, have we not? Is that Mr. Green? Yes, I thought that was the case. And so I understand that, whatever the city attorney comes up with in terms of deeming this an emergency or not, we have had emergencies in the past and we've addressed them by renting pumps. So I want to just make sure that was clear. Mayor Pro Tem?
Yeah, I just wanted to go back again because I was trying to figure out why I didn't see the full cost for your services. So, because this is on the consent agenda tonight, so this is our only discussion. So just in a guesstimation, you're saying this project will take your engineering firm about a year and a half. When I'm looking at these numbers, I didn't see a total. So are we looking at $1 million over the next year, or?
Well, the construction, you're looking at.
No, the construction under the $3 million.
Yeah. Well, the $3 million estimate is a pretty rough estimate on the pump station. I think it can certainly fit within $3 million. You may or may not want the mechanical springs. If you do, that might push it over $3 million. I could kind of argue it either way and be happy to several $1 million or a couple $1 million in meters. Then you got all the repairs, and the repairs can easily total millions of dollars. But right now, we don't know if you're looking at, and by the way, with us managing it, the city will know every step of the way. As we find these things, we might say, well, let's hold off another 6 months until we know more before you go and allocate a big chunk of money, because we're doing that like our checkbook, except, the money's running out, and we want to spend it wisely. So, our fees, what we do is we charge a pretty normal engineering rate and we have a fee schedule in there. So on the $3 million projects, it's like 7.8%. That's right. So that's what we charge. The concern on money is usually not the engineering fees, it's the cost of the construction. Okay. Now, a good engineer should be able to make the construction cheaper. It's easy to make things more expensive. It's hard to make things cheaper. And that's where you look at an engineering firm and you call the people they work for and you say, do they design Maseratis or do they design good solid F-150s? And we're an F-150 kind of, we'll give you a King Ranch version if that's what you want. But we're designing a good solid work vehicle. Okay? So that's where a city council looks at the engineer they select and say, do they have a track record of doing that? Now, there are a couple of extra pieces down there. Oh, and then we would, manage the bidding within our fee and the construction administration. The inspector that goes out there, we charge hourly for his services. But you need that because he's out there making sure you're getting what you're paying for. And then at the very bottom of the page 4, there are a couple of extra items there for a water and sewer system model. If you want one, we think it's a good idea because you have a computer digital twin of your water and sewer system. And then there's a number there to map your water and sewer systems. We think that is almost where you don't need to do without it these days, where you know where every water and sewer line is. And it also lends itself to asset management. So now EPD is telling you, you need to be able to tell them who put that line in, what material it is, what date it was. And this mapping system gives you a digital platform to do that. And we do that, quite frankly, cheaper than people that are out there to do it. And we do it because mapping to us is a way for us to be experts in your system so that you want to call us when problems happen. And, we have to feed our babies, too. But we get paid for making sure you build things and accomplish things. That's how we get paid.
Thank you. I've got that. I just wanted you to for our folks to hear. Since I said this is it for us when we discuss this, the next thing is just it's going to go on the consent agenda tonight. But thank you so much. We do appreciate you. I'm looking forward to moving forward with this project too.
I'm just happy to see people excited about sewers.
Yes, we're very excited. Listen to Miss Brenda, a few of my residents will be very, very happy. There you go, Miss Brenda. Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you.
Anyone else? All right, thank you so much, Mr. Green. Appreciate your presentation and your time.
Thank you.
Item number 3, presentation, Fulton Atlanta Community Action Authority, Inc., presented by Dr. Howard Grant and Economic Development Consultant Brian Hooker. The contractor will provide professional services to the city regarding the Employee Readiness Program. This item
Number 2 is Pathway to Success Workforce Development Project.
My apologies. Pathway to Success Workforce Development. Sponsored by Mayor Pro Tem Jamel McKenzie.
Good evening, Council. My name is Martha, and I'm a part of One Talent, Inc. a nonprofit organization dedicated to empowering youth through career development and skills training. We would love to partner with the City of College Park to offer a contracted workforce development program tailored for students ages 16 through 24, focusing on building in-demand skills in bookkeeping and customer service. This initiative is designed to prepare young people for success in the workforce while supporting the city's broader economic development goals. We are proud to share that over 50 community and industry partners are actively supporting our goals, offering mentorship, training opportunities, and real-world experiences for our participants. Now, Sinai Martin will go into.
Hello, Council. I'm Sinai Martin. Not only would we like to thank the Council firsthand, specifically we would like to thank Jamila McKenzie for sponsoring this opportunity beforehand. I'm here to explain a bit about what we are requesting on this matter. We would like to ask the Council to provide a contract for the youth that are underserved in our communities, age 16 through 24, for the opportunity to expand us in our horizons for bookkeeping and customer service. Our program, it will work in the Maneuver program, and we will provide components of job strategies, professionalism, like I said, bookkeeping and customer service opportunities, and much more in-depth for the youth. We would also like to express that we have one of the youth here with us today.
I'm sorry, could you just speak up a little bit?
Yeah. We have one of our youth here today that has completed our program prior to the sponsorship of us doing this previously last summer. Her name is Taylor Allen, who I would like to present her as well.
Good evening, Council. Good evening, Council. My name is Taylor Allen, and I have been a part of Hometown since I was 2 years old. And this organization has really helped me grow. And getting this certification has really helped me to learn more about financial literacy. And now I'm actually working part-time while still in high school doing bookkeeping. So this certification really has helped me to gain knowledge on how to manage my money as I'm a high school student and going into college soon. And this helped me to grow and see myself as a person.
Ms. Allen, are you related to Joanne Allen?
I'm sorry, yes.
What is the relationship? I see, okay.
Ms. Allen has been in programs with One Talent since she was knee-high to me. Yeah, so good to see you grown and blossom and bloom.
Our organization has always provided opportunities for girls in the field of entrepreneurship. So we've had several girls from all different kinds of communities, predominantly in Fulton County, some of them are building businesses and creating awareness in their communities, specifically to also help related.
And I did want to point that I was actually a part of Tri-Cities High School. I graduated from there, and I am currently a senior, and I graduated in December of 2025, so I'm almost done. And I have to thank One Talent and the City of College Park for helping us the entire time. It's such a blessing, and I'm so happy to be here because my family did not come from a very high status. So thank you all so much.
So thank you, Mayor and Council. We have been in the city of College Park for 18 years. So we started off on Virginia Avenue in 2009. So this is my daughter Camila Cuthbert, and we started this organization because we saw a need in the community to actually acknowledge and just empower the girls and help them to realize what their gifts and talents were. So all of the work that we do is based around what they're passionate about. So we do several different things, and we work with all of the council members, with an exception to Tracy. Hopefully we'll get to partner with you on something. But we're grateful and we're appreciative of everything that the city is doing. I retired from Delta Airlines after 28 years of service, and doing this nonprofit work has been invaluable. Because had I known what I know now, then I possibly would have just gone in this direction. Because we really enjoy giving back and seeing the growth in the community, working with the Promise Institute, Main Street Academy, the Housing Authority, students that live in the housing, College Park housing, and College Park Elementary School. So we're happy to be here. We thank you so much for your continued support. Thank you very much.
Thank you all for your support over the years. I just echo what my mom mentioned. It's just been an honor. Right across the street, we're right across the street. We've been there for, I think, 13 or 14 years. And so we just love being here and being of service. So thank you all for your support over the years.
All right. Questions or questions?
I don't have any questions, but because I presented this, sponsored this legislation, I want to commend you, Joanne Allen, for your longevity of providing services for our youth. I met you when I first moved here to College Park. You've been steadfast, and your granddaughter is a perfect example. Who would run an amazing program and not include their own child or their grandchild, okay? And that is a testament. Your granddaughter is a testament of the quality of services that you render. So when they say charity begins at home and then it goes abroad. And we have discussed this program because one of my priorities in my community enhancement budget for this current year is that we do all we can as a city to ensure that our young people and adults, I've got some other things, and actually Councilman Carn, we get another program after this, have a fair chance. I ran on equity, and equity is just creating a level playing field so that somebody who may not have had the opportunity but has just as much gusto, just as much goodness, just as much intelligence has opportunity. And so this is the purpose of workforce development programs. They are programs that help to connect our folks that may not otherwise have the opportunity to opportunity. It's not going to put them above or anybody else, but it gives us a level playing field. And so we want to get this program going, and I know you've already been doing, so this would just be a way to make sure that we also are including, this is not just for Ward 1, this is for students throughout the city of College Park, young people, young ladies specifically. We're focusing on, this is a program for this, and but we are also looking at even incorporating others. I will definitely be planning to be collaborating with you, getting our media department out to make sure our communications team is helping to advertise so that we can assist you with identifying students that would qualify for this type of program. And we have talked about the Promise Career Institute. So I'm excited. The best way to begin something is just to get started. And didn't have to create the wheel here because you already had it. So I want to thank you. I want to thank each of you ladies for your boldness. Martha, I've watched you blossom and bloom since 2016, and we just want to thank you, all of you ladies, everybody. I don't want to mess up people's name. Your name again, ma'am?
I'm Samara Martin.
Okay.
Thank you for the support.
Thank you. Thank you again. Thank you for having the boldness. So you've also shown us that you all have public speaking that has been fostered in you as well. So again, that's all I have to say. Thank you again for coming out, and I look forward to getting this program funded so that we can really make a positive impact in the lives of so many of our youth.
Councilman Carn?
All right, thank you so much for coming out, ladies. Ms. Allen, excellent job as always. You've been a partner with our community for many years, and we're looking forward to more partnerships. I always say that anybody in our community that is willing to step up to the plate that wants to serve and has a great program, I say bring it on up here because we're looking for those programs. And Ms. Allen and Mrs. Gotham, wonderful first-class programs for these are the type of skills training programs that are needed in every community. And we're going to be doubling down in College Park to make sure that our young people are trained for the jobs of the future, that are trained for professionalism, trained for excellence. And what I see here is excellence here with these young ladies. I've got three daughters myself. They're all grown now, but I remember that age when we were trying to get them to step up to the plate and understand, this world takes professionalism, and this world takes demeanor and efficiency and knowledge and education. And I'm just glad to see this happening. And you all look like some really, truly excellent young ladies here. So we're looking forward to bright things from all of y'all in the future.
Councilmember Arnold.
Actually, I just want to say thank you. Thank you for offering an opportunity to young people outside of the traditional path. I said in my town hall, and I've said it several times in the past, that every young person is not necessarily interested in doing the traditional route. And certifications provide the opportunity for them to leverage or to have that equity, if you will, in the workforce. And so I am glad to hear about this program. I'm looking forward to the great work that you all are going to do in the program. And I was talking to Ms. Allen about some initiatives that I have specifically around different certifications. So, thank you.
Councilmember Gay? I had a couple of questions. How long is the program? Does the program last? So, and whoever wants to step up, I've got additional questions, so whoever wants to step up to the microphone to answer them. So is this program just exclusively for girls, for young ladies?
Well, we actually had some young males within the program. We had 2 that graduated with us with their QuickBooks certification and LinkedIn customer service certification. So it's open to both.
Okay, all right. And so what is the plan to recruit the 20 youth that would be served by the program?
So, of course, social media. We're also have word of mouth. So a lot of our programs are in mental health, gardening, and other outside programs that we have. And if they're interested in QuickBooks services or learning customer service, they're welcome to join.
And the $40,000, the 20 participants would be exclusive to College Park residents, correct?
That's correct.
And how would that be verified?
With their ID, we have a Google form, and we make sure that they're within the zip codes.
Is there a point where there's going to be a report back to the council on the results of the program?
Yes, of course. We have actually worked with Fulton County, and they asked us for a lot of reports. So we have all the data analytics to back up the workforce program.
Okay, great. So when can we expect that would occur?
Usually it's within a month or 2. Once the program is over, we collect all of the data.
So when are you anticipating starting the program?
We're working with the Promise Institute because when they were there as McLaren Success Academy, we worked with Dr. Woodley, so we have definitely been incorporated with students that live in the 30337, so we have asked to identify those students, and I did discuss that with Councilwoman McKenzie. And also, I did have one question with the 30349 zip code.
I saw Councilmember Arnold writing, and I figured that's where he's going.
I'm always included, because I know the 30349. So I've been working in 30337, but if we could do that, then, that would be great.
Councilmember Arnold, do you have anything to add?
No, I just don't thinking about.
We have to make sure, but we would like all wards to be included.
Absolutely. Councilmember Carn?
Just want to be careful with 30349 because that's not College Park exclusively. That's
The city of South
Our partners here. We want to make sure we verify that they're
You can go to our website, and if you look at the zoning map, you can put in the address and see if it's inside our city limits or outside of our city limits. So that's an easier way to figure that out. Councilmember Arnold, did you?
No, I was just gonna say that's why we need to have. I was being passed over when I wanted to speak. I'm happy to acknowledge you. I was happy to say that. I was actually going to respond. Joanne and I have had this conversation about the 30349 and 30337. And I explained to her that Councilwoman Arnold is working diligently to get all of the part of 30349 that is in College Park. So we still, as a part of 30337. So we have discussed this, but until that time, we're going to have to just go through the process of making sure that those addresses are within the city of College Park.
Appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ladies. All right.
Next presentation is Fulton Atlantic Community Action Authority, Inc., presented by Dr. Howard Grant and Economic Development Consultant Brian Hooker. The contractor will provide professional services to the city regarding employee readiness program. This item is sponsored by Councilman Carr.
Thank you, Madam Clerk, Madam City Manager, and Council. Brian Hooker with Economic Development. I'm so pleased to be working with leadership that is focused on economic development, but specifically workforce development. We are out there in economic development, bringing in projects that create jobs. We're trying to assist our existing businesses to grow and expand. But we also need to be able to reach our citizens and help them be prepared for and aware of the opportunities that are growing in our very city. So, seeing the initiatives that you pull forth, Councilwoman McKenzie, Mayor Pro Tem McKenzie, what we just are doing now, Councilman Carn, Mayor Motley Broom has been talking about this consistently. I want to share with you, Madam Mayor, that what you're going to hear from is the beginning of something similar to the Ready to Work program that you brought us. It is a portal that allows you to connect all the pieces together. It doesn't go deep in every one. There's funding for transportation and childcare that we still need to address. There's the cost of some of the training we still need to address. But this portal gives a framework that all of that can fit into and can start moving us towards that vision that you share. So with that, I'm excited to introduce my friend, my frat brother, Dr. Howard Grant with FACA, to tell you all about this portal program. Dr. Grant.
Good evening, Madam Mayor.
Good evening.
Tim, members of council. My name is Dr. Howard Grant. I am the president and CEO of the Fulton Atlantic Community Action Authority. We've been a partner with the City of College Park for many years. We're a 32-year-old agency formed out of the 1964 Equal Opportunity Agencies, and we're part of a national network. Our mission is to help move the needle of poverty by providing individuals with the resources and access to the resources that they need in order to become, if not totally self-sufficient, but on a path of progressive growth. Some of our main programs are the LAHI program, which many of you have heard, the Low Income Housing Energy Assistance Program, and the CSBG program. So just very briefly, in our partnership with the City of College Park, assisting residents in paying their utility bills or their rent, in fiscal year 2023, $168,600 was returned to the City of College Park. In fiscal year 24, $129,300 was returned. And thus far in fiscal year 25, $78,200 and counting is coming back to the City of College Park through assistance and energy assistance. Today, I'm here to really talk about an initiative that we've been working on. And because we've had such a successful partnership with the City of College Park around the LAHI program by actually training one of your constituent services individuals to take these LAHI applications, and that has been a success. We're endeavoring to assist the city, partner with the city in providing resources for employment for the residents of College Park. So this is not a road trip. I'm not going to any other cities. This program is being designed specifically for the city of College Park. And again, we're looking to design a portal, which is already designed, but we're going to fine-tune it based on some further discussions. But this portal is geared towards providing anyone in the city of College Park that signs up for automatic emails. You can go to the next slide. Yeah, for emails, for one-touch, for access to certification programs relative to soft skills. Many of the jobs that we'll be looking at are around hospitality. They're dealing with IT security through a scholarship with Google that we have that provides an actual workable certificate for anyone that takes these courses that they can use in their pursuit in IT. But because of the proximity of College Park to the airport, we're really going to be focusing on trying to get jobs at the airport for residents of the city of College Park. So again, once a resident signs into a portal, they can opt in to receive information from us in terms of available jobs, and these are jobs all over the county, all over the city. However, we'll be focusing in on local jobs as well, and highlighting local jobs so that individuals that are residents can work and continue to live within their communities. We're also looking to provide the soft skills. We all know that individuals may want to work, but some individuals are not ready to work. So our agency will also walk a candidate through, one, having access to finding the job, and then resume building, soft skill building. Maybe if there's additional training that they may need, we can help facilitate that training as well. And then one piece that I'm really looking forward to actually is the mock interviews. Mock interviews with the CEO. At this stage in my career, I've been on many interviews. So now it's really time to start giving back and talking to our residents in ways in which, meeting them where they are and knocking down the stigma about looking for a job and going through that process. So again, takeaways, this is a portal. I've delivered some folders here for you that has a mock flyer, which is not for public use yet, but we're working with QR codes, and an individual can do this on their phone, and they can get access to these jobs and access to the resources that FACA has strictly, again, for the city of College Park at this moment. So with that, I will entertain the questions.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Mayor Burton? I don't have any. Thank you so much. Councilmember Carter?
Dr. Grant, I appreciate you coming out. This is a wonderful program. What this is a pilot that will serve as an entryway into full-scale workforce development. And one of the reasons we look at FACA is because the Action Authority has decades of evidence-based results throughout Fulton County for many, many years. And we are looking forward to more stabilization of our community, and particularly the communities and areas with pockets of underemployment. So this is very, very important in terms of crime mitigation. This is very important for stability and continuity, in terms of stability in our schools as well. So I think this is going to pay dividends. And again, we're all on the same page in terms of workforce development, how we're going to get there, and getting the ball rolling. So we roll this pilot out, and I think we're going to get some good results and move forward, and then we scale up from there. In terms of employment, we want to see everyone in College Park gainfully employed and stable. So that's the goal, and we're looking forward to good things out of this program. Thank you.
Councilmember Arnold? Thank you for the presentation. I just got one question about the QR code and how people sign up. Have we thought about how we're going to notify individuals
Well, again, I will work with your team as director, but we have a website, and in fact, we can distribute the flyers. We've made them. We put the College Park logo on it, but again, we did that without approval of the communications department. But this is just a mock-up, and but again, social media. We also have social media sites as well, Instagram and Facebook, our website, and then in partnership with your communications department. And in your folders, I've also included not only that mock folder, but I've also included some other resources that we have, specifically the Google Scholarship and other courses that we offer at our facility. And most recently, we became a certified Pearson VUE testing site. So for the other partners that may need testing sites, Dr. Isabel, we serve the entire Fulton County, but again, this program that we're speaking of specifically is for the city of College Park.
And also, if I may add, we will be using the powerful reach of College Park's communications department to reach citizens directly, and also reaching them through flings posted to businesses and venues where they frequent regularly. So we'll be using College Park as well as DACA to reach out to everybody.
Councilmember Gay?
Not at this time. Thank you for your presentation, sir. I look forward to it.
In regard to, I think this is a program is $2,500 a month for a year. Is that right? So $30,000. What does success look like in terms of the metrics?
Success with, well, one, none of that $30,000 is going towards staff salaries. Everything is going to be poured back into the program in terms of increasing our access, increase the citizens' access. So that money is going to turn back to us. And we're looking, if we can actively get 400 people working in a year, that's from looking for the job to getting the job, I think that would be success. And, again, I can easily say I would love more, but I'm going to temper that quite a bit, but really work towards a much higher number.
I think someone's phone is going off. If you wouldn't mind putting that on silent, thank you so much.
Absolutely. We're expecting quite a few thousand parents and kids next Saturday at our convention center. We'll make sure we get a vendor application out to you. We definitely want to expose the community to what's available in terms of services. So, absolutely. And I was going to mention Councilwoman Bell and Councilwoman Rao. We want to make sure that you all have a vendor table as well to get the word out about the upcoming health fair. Assuming we approve everything later on tonight. So we're really excited. So.
Mayor?
How soon, hold on a second, how soon is the website going to be live?
It can be live right after this evening.
Okay.
To be honest with you, again, we want to tinker and really, really personalize it further based on conversations with the council and communications as well to your life.
And while we are doing commercials, I would like to also invite you to come out to our Ward 1 Back to School Bash, which is going to be held at the County Rec. I'll get you a flyer for it. We are going to have several parents there, and one of our target areas in my community is the Public Housing Authority. So definitely working with my parents there to help them identify even, situations where they can really do better economically. So I think that'll be a great opportunity. So I will reach out to you tonight, and because we're having a call tomorrow, but we would love to have you all there. It's in the evening next Friday, and I think that would be great.
In regards to the relationship between the employers, you said that this website could be live as soon as we adopt it. What is that? I mean, what resources have you already identified at this point, and how do you propose continuing to sort of cast that net wide?
Yeah, we have partnerships that we've established with employment agencies. up-and-coming companies, Max Outreach, One Step, those that have fed into the portal already. So we just did not want to go live prematurely. But they fed into that, and so individuals can now go on there and actually find jobs. And we've had phone calls with many of these companies already to ensure that, okay, we know it's a timing game in terms of the availability of the jobs, but, is this real? So they've acknowledged that. And also the portal has a way where employers that sign up, they can post their jobs as well on there.
City Manager, also, I want to make sure that, I guess maybe you all have a meeting with staff, communications, economic development, to coordinate in terms of one of the bigger focuses is the airport. Councilmember Byron Summerland is working with the city on some of our educational initiatives, and we've been moving pretty forward with that as well. But he has some inroads there in the airport. He's chair of the transportation committee for the city of Atlanta, so we want to definitely plug into the tens of thousands of possible employment opportunities at the airport. And if you can throw a rock to it from College Park, so if we can get a meeting set up as soon as possible where we can all kind of coordinate together and get this thing out into the community, it'd be really good. So I'm excited.
Any other questions? Hearing none, appreciate your time. Thank you.
Next agenda item is a discussion on a request for a special event for the College Park Reunion Committee to hold the College Park Annual Coming Home Reunion at the Jamestown Lot on August 30th, 2025 from 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. This item is being requested by Queenie Brown, Deputy City Clerk. This will affect Ward 2.
Hello, Mayor Pro Tem, and City Council. I'm Queenie. I'm here with the representative from College Park Reunion Committee. I'll let him speak since this is and he's here.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. I'm Calvin Rainey. Larry Evans behind me. This is our 24th year, and just requesting again, like we have in the years past, an opportunity to come together as a community, as an old community, just joining of a community that has now been dismissed from College Park. We all come together this time of year, so this is a grand time, and just asking again permission from you all again. Thank you. Any questions?
Any questions?
Thank you again, and I have no questions.
Councilmember Clark?
Mr. Rainey, Mr. Brady, as you all know, y'all family, so you're always welcome as long as I'll be here. And it's a wonderful event for residents. If you haven't been, it's quite a thrill, and you get a lot of the history of this city, seeing those families back together. So it's a wonderful event every year, and we look forward to it.
Councilmember Arnold?
No questions.
Councilmember Gay?
Well, unfortunately, I got a couple comments.
Yes, sir.
As you know, my great grandmother's from White City Road.
Yes, sir.
My great uncle's from Jones Ward and my ward. But here's my thing. We have $1 million street called Lolly Miller that I sponsor the legislature to rename.
Yes, sir.
What I don't understand is why don't y'all go home and have your event over there on that street? I mean, it's $1.5 million road. We've been over there in the bitter cold twice. And we look at Emmett Park festivals, Harlem festivals, Auburn Avenue Festival. I think he's here now. And that's what festivals generally look good at. And then it takes you to Brady at the end. And you have all these secondary streets. And so I was having this debate the other day with one of my officers. We don't understand, why don't you want to go back over to the community that you're celebrating that you lost? I support you.
Oh, yeah.
Always did a good job.
Oh, yes.
I'm not going to never stop that argument.
Well, sir, I appreciate you so much. And to answer that is, maybe in the future that will be definitely something to look at. I went over there and it's beautiful because just like you said, those are, but that's, that's just a part of the area of College Park that we celebrate. So we come together as a whole over there in the field. But I appreciate you, what you're saying.
You are not from Jamestown.
Excuse me, sir?
I disagree. Jamestown was not part of the community that you're celebrating.
Okay.
It was not.
Okay, appreciate it. Thank you.
All right. Thank you.
Any other questions? All right.
Hi, my name is Larry Brady Evans, and I'd just like to address the comment that Councilman Gay just made, saying that right back where we come from. Well, we come from College Park. Excuse me, we're both here. I'm at the same time.
Gentlemen, hold on 1 second. Just, if everyone could stop, hold on. Wait, hold on. I'm chatting meeting here. Councilmember, hold on. He's making his presentation. And councilmember, understood. But I'm not. Councilmember, you're out of order, sir. Councilmember, I understand. I'm going to let Mr. Evans. Councilmember, I'm going to let Mr. Evans speak. If that's what he wants, but you're right. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Councilmember, they're part of the presentation. He was addressing your concern. I'm going to allow him to move forward and do that. Councilmember, go forward. We can keep on talking, or we can just let Mr. Evans finish. Mr. Evans?
Tonight, comment. Anybody want to have a debate?
Councilmember, you are out of order.
We don't have a debate.
Thank you for being out of order. Mr. Evans, you may proceed.
Councilman, it's not a debate. This is my opinion. I'm not debating with you about the comments you made. I respect the comments you made. And that street, we appreciate that. But that street can't accommodate what we're doing right now at this time. And it seems to me, if you got to be from a certain part of College Park to occupy certain spaces. I thought College Park was for the whole community of College Park. Ward 1, 2, 3, or 4. It shouldn't matter. And I appreciate the work that you've done up there in your ward. You've done great. But that don't allow no city councilman just to say, I for Ward 1, 2, 3, or 4. You were elected to serve the city of College Park. And you was hired, you definitely can be fired. Whoever the city hired to do it.
Mr. Evans, I would ask you to focus on this particular.
I do, and this is not supporting that Councilman Gay.
Hold on, gentlemen.
We spent $3 million in development. We just spent $700,000.
Councilmember, you're out of order again.
We just spent $1.25 for Loudon Miller Street.
Hold on.
Are we spending millions of dollars? You won't even go back over to your community and celebrate. I didn't say you couldn't put your feet down.
Councilmember, Mr. Evans?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you have anything else to add to why the particular location of your event?
Well, to end this conversation, we will consider, like Mr. Randy said, in the future, of going to Loudon Miller. And I do thank you for allowing us.
Wait, hold on. He's still talking. He's literally in the middle of a sentence. Please let him. Councilmember, please let him. Hey, wait a minute.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Nope.
Thank you, ma'am.
Somebody just told me we spent $11 million on Loudon Miller.
Wait, hold on. We've addressed this particular issue. We're going to move on to the next issue. Madam Clerk.
Next item is a discussion on request for a special event permit to host Soul to Soul Farmers Market pop-up by Kenneth Courtney on August 15, 2025, rain date August 23rd, from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. at the Grassfield area at the corner of Riverdale Road. This item is requested by Queenie Brown, Deputy City Clerk. This event is located in Ward 2.
Mayor, Mayor Pro Tem, and Council, this is being brought back because they're changing the date. Usually for events that are wanting to change their date due to either planning or timing, we just ask for consensus. But since this is the first event they're hosting, we ask for them to bring it back to you all.
So as you see, we're approving the date, but also a rain date as well. I do have Mr. Courtney here to speak with you all on this event. Thank you, sir.
Again, I'm back because we had an issue with, I think it was his application.
Mr. Courtney, can you just turn the microphone?
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, we had an issue with the application, so we had to change the date. We also had an issue with the name of the event. Someone else was using that name, so we didn't want to, be the same. But it's a farmer's market that we want to host, and it's basically just bringing farmers in, food trucks. We're going to have some learning there, how to do gardening and, all that type of stuff. So just trying to get permission to get that done and hopefully turn it into an annual thing at some point.
Thank you, sir. Questions, Mayor Pro Tem? Councilman Carr?
Sounds like a great event.
Thank you.
That's good. I'll get you going over all the process of the insurance requirements for the looks like they got everything they need squared away.
Well, for the application process, the whole farmers and insurance are not due until mayor and council approve, accident. So then, there actually is a deadline to provide information, usually about a week and a half from your event, and that information is sent to all department heads and anybody involved in special events as far as the park is related to. So everything is covered.
Councilman Barton?
No questions.
Councilman Gay?
No question.
All right. Thank you, sir.
All right.
Appreciate it.
This item is discussion on a request for a special event permit from St. John's Episcopal Church to host St. John's Block Party on August 23rd, 2025, 3480 East Main Street. This is requested by Queenie Brown, Deputy City Clerk. This event is in Ward 3.
Yes, Mayor Pro Tem and Council, this event is from St. John's Episcopal Church. Episcopal, yes, thank you. Host St. John Block Party, they are asking for a road closure, this is why it appears on your agenda today. They're asking from Cambridge to Hardin on that area. I did speak with Chief of Police, she did say 2 police officers to be on each end of that street. And other than that, I have no issues with this event.
So it's East Main from Hardin to Cambridge?
Yes, East Main, yes.
Any questions, Mayor Pro Tem?
No, I have just 2 statements. First, I want to thank you, Richard. Thank you for all that you do in the community. St. John's has really been a church that has been involved with our law enforcement, so many different things. So we just really appreciate this. And I have to give a compliment to Ms. Queenie Brown. Sorry about you look gorgeous. To thank you with these permits, because I have had business owners or persons that were doing events call me raving about you going beyond the call of duty. We had an incident a few weeks back where you really stood on us because we didn't have a meeting and made sure that an event happened. So I just wanted to publicly say thank you to you as well.
Thank you, Mayor Pro Tem.
So just a thank you. Just thank you to Richard. Thank you to Queenie.
Councilman Barton?
No comments, no questions. Thank you. I'm looking forward to it again this year.
Councilmember Gay?
No comment, I'm gonna try and make it.
Okay.
Well, to my neighbor,
you're all welcome to come to the Black Party and have some fun and not talk about Blackwater.
thank you.
Thank you so much. All right, I think that concludes our workshop session. It is 7:32, and we're going to take a quick break before we get going into our regular session. And so we will pick up at 10 till 8, 7:50. All right? We'll see everybody then.